Bam! We're just gonna jump right into this, honey. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you watch this. We had a very productive day today, and I'm actually about to take my motherfucking ass and relax myself right now. Unfortunately, I want to say this shout out to my supporters, contributors, gifters, and all you beautiful, loving Kendrick spirits. Okay. So I'm actually here because I was hoping that I would get my cute little labels for the Lucky Leprechaun oils. And either way, I've not got them. I'm going to give, honestly, it one more day. I know I told you guys that I'll be sending out the oils tomorrow, Friday. We'll be doing it Saturday for sure. We got everything ready to go, packaging ready to go, bubble wrap ready to go, everything ready to go. I'm just waiting on, and of course, I'm gonna send pictures tomorrow too. I'm waiting on the labels as well as for the addresses. I totally forgot about that too. Forgot to tell you guys. I believe two of you already have your address. The rest of you, send me an email and title the email Lucky Leprechaun Oil and send your address over. So like I said, I can send it to you. I'll be doing it on Saturday. Fingers crossed that I do get these stickers still, tomorrow. Finger crossed. Fingers crossed. And anyway, listen, I just want to do a little reminder, and of course, you know, kind of ask some questions because I want to know where where we stand, okay? Where we stand with each other, okay? Maybe anyway, so let's jump into this for readings and for caseworks. Okay, I do want to remind you all that the payment options available are Cash App, of course, PayPal. Venmo was something that I believe I think I do have a Venmo. I just don't remember my Venmo information. And so I don't want to be on, all these payment platforms and so I don't do the Venmo thing. I think that PayPal is really accessible and I think Cash App is also accessible. So those are the two options available, unless you want to, of course, send it through MoneyGram or Western Union. That is okay as well. With PayPal and with, Cash App, there's a fee with that. So I'm grateful, honestly, for all of the support, regardless of how big or small the support is. But I still like all of my motherfucking money. Okay. And with Cash App, unless you put your bank account information on there, which I don't feel comfortable doing that. Okay. There's a fee when you cash out on Cash App. So I really only like to really do Cash App if it's, honestly a decent amount. Because of course, sending over, $40 and they're gonna take out $7 and I'm gonna get like $33. And it's like, girl, bye. Okay. Same thing with PayPal too, they take out a fee as well. So I do encourage people to send over payments through PayPal as friend or family member. And if they, if not, cover the fees for sending that money over. I know we kind of discussed this already, but I do think that some people forget or I don't, say it enough. So they're like, oh shit, okay, I forgot how to do this. But anyway, so that is with that. Of course, going into readings and casework, because of course I don't just sit around and wait for people to reach out to me for readings and or casework or anything for that matter. Okay. I'm constantly doing something, right? I'm that person that have to stay busy, y'all. Okay. If I don't stay busy, I don't know what would happen if I just sit down and not do nothing. I don't know. So anyway, I'm always doing something when it comes to readings and stuff, there's so many people that reach out to me on a consistent basis. I like to be fair because, of course, some people are like, well, how do people even know? Because you don't give us a book or nothing. Because I was going to do that too. They have this program where people can see your scheduler. It was like online scheduler or something. They can see your schedule and stuff. And I was like, girl, that's doing a little too much. Because now people are like, well, I know she got this day open. So blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I do things on a first come first basis. Um and I think that it's smooth that way. I think it's less problems, less drama, and I just think it's easier, right? First come first serve, meaning, you know, um I don't even know what you would call this system. I like the system where people, reach out. Maybe you never reached out to me before, and you're like, okay, what type of services you offer? And then at that point, I will respond back and I will send over, a link of the services I offer on the blog spot, or I would just tell you what services I offer. And then the next email would be, okay, I'm going to be setting something up, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And then after that, when you know, because you already know the prices and stuff, you will then send over the payment, and then you will send over a screenshot of that, where the payment was sent, how the payment was sent, and then you will also let me know your availability. So it's kind of like I guess you could say like a three, in escrow we used to call it like the three, what was it, the three call system, two call system. They call to see if you're available. You telling yes or no. They tell you the time, and then bitch call me when you're on your way. Then they call when they're on their way. Then they call again when they're there. So that was the three a three call system. With this, like I said, I prefer like a three email, four email system. Like I said, the first email asking the services if you're not aware of the services, maybe even asking for the prices, etc. And then I respond back with the prices, the services offered. Then you respond back with either your availability, or maybe even saying that you sent the payment over, and then I get back to you. I'm not really a fan of sending, eight or nine messages before we actually get things going, because in the past, a lot of people do things like that. And I've not had this recently, but I just want to point this out. In the past, when we were doing, oh my God, when we had so much stuff going on virtually, okay, I was getting like people emailing me and just asking like all these questions. And I was okay with answering them, because it's like, girl, I would prefer that you ask the questions before you actually get the work done, or before we actually, get the reading stuff set up. But it was literally like, girl, ask the questions. I answered the questions, literally black back and forth for weeks, and sometimes even months. Like, I think I was emailing some girl who had a doll business for like almost 3 damn months, honey, 90 days almost. We were going back and forth, and it didn't really dawn on me, because it wasn't consistent back and forth. It was like once every other week or something. But then it was just like, girl, it was just like, okay, now, okay, there's either, I don't know, there's something going on. This is not going to happen. And sure enough, it didn't. So I'm like, I love to keep it very smooth, very quick. Before you reached out to me, you knew what you were looking for. Um, and that's why you reached out. At that point, I respond back with the answer, or the answers to what you're looking for, and then we go from there. So I like to keep it, like I said, very smooth, very quick, very easy. And then of course, once we have things set up, then we move it, we move it right along. Okay, once again, first come, first serve. Payments are sent over. Then you send a screenshot of the payment that was sent, and or an email stating the email or the number that you used to, send the money over. And then of course I could verify that. Then of course ask you for your availability. You let me know your availability. And it's usually a couple of days out. There are sometimes, because we do have that option too, where we do immediate readings. Never same day though. Okay. The only way I do same day readings and stuff like that, if we've already done, let's say, casework, or we've already done a reading on something. Let's say this is a Monday situation, and you're like, I got an update for you. And then that would be the only possible way that we do same day readings. Okay. Readings are not done same day. Literally within 24 hours, okay, a couple of days away, furthest will be a week. I even hate booking a week out, because I'm like, damn, clearly they want to do a reading as soon as possible. But once again, I work with so many people. I do in person work and I do online work. So it's like, honey, it's a lot to manage. And I do this by myself. I don't have an assistant. I don't have anybody to handle any of that good stuff. And we kind of tried that out for a little bit, 3 or 4 years ago, and it just didn't work out, because I like to be hands-on. I know how I do my thing. I know how I want to work, and I don't want a middle person, working things via me telling them how to work it. Yeah, I'll pass on that. So like I said, with that being stated, I just like to keep things stress free, and I want to keep it easier. Then I think also too, going into like 3 days, 4 days, that give you time to relax. That give you time to repair, because maybe the questions that you're having, or the ideas you have, and maybe there's a lot going on energetically with you, that you need a few days to kind of calm yourself down, to kind of get a clearer picture. But anyway, either way, Um, I usually plan it out about a week. That's the furthest I will go out is a week of availability. And of course, I prepare myself. Of course, there's different types of readings that we offer. Because I think someone booked a reading. This was like maybe January, and they were trying to do like a mediumship reading. And I was like, honey, I'm sorry. I was prepared to come here, tap in, pull what energy I'm feeling from you, kind of interpret that energy, give you feedback on that. I was not expecting to sit here and try to see if I can tap into some other teas because girl, I got stuff to do today. I got things I have to do. And like I said, when you're getting into reading people and you getting into channeling energy, because of course, everybody got to have special terms for things. But when you're getting into pulling energy or reading energy, that becomes very draining. That becomes very draining. When you're dealing with people, period, it becomes very draining. But actually pulling in and tapping in energy and ciphering out what's going on, because like I said, everything comes up, but this is why we say ask questions specifically. So that way we're not just sitting here, cipher or, funneling and saying, oh, yeah, we're seeing something about an STD. And you're like, wait, what? Who got STD? My man got STD? My mama got. Yeah, right there. Then now this reading is turned into an 8 hour reading. And like I said, from my experience, if anybody ever say that if the reading is an hour, I'm okay with that. If the reading is 8 hours, we don't end the reading until spirit is done talking. In my opinion, I just think they're being nosy and they're being a little messy because girl, you cannot be open like that. And anybody who's a real medium, anybody who's a real psychic, anybody who's really tapped in could tell you could not be open because everything that's on you is gonna come to me. So bitch, you might be in a fucked up ass space right now, and I'm in a space of manifest. I'm in a space of being positive. I'm in a space of whatever the space is. And then you're in this space of dumping. Like I need to release this stuff off me. And you're the only one I know that can handle this. Once again, now that lowers my frequency. And I'm sitting in there for 8 or 9 hours. Like, ma'am, that's not possible. So that's to say we do hour-long readings. Sometimes we go over, hour and a half. It just depends because sometimes we talk about, the reading, then we go into other stuff, and I'm okay with that. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, yeah, I don't have time for that, honey. Even in person, I'm very, very, I'm more lenient with my time with in person because it's kind of like, okay, baby, we're there, it's pure, we know it just I don't know how to say it. Everything's just direct. So the window for in person is a little different, right? When I do my in person cleanses and all that good stuff, it's a little different window. Virtually, it's kind of like, girl, we got devices in the way. Someone might be coming to knock on your door. I don't know. There might be some type of distraction. So I want to keep it very simple, easy. And plus, I like to mention too, a lot of my people are very busy people. A lot of my clients are virtually and in person, doctors, lawyers, teachers, whatever. They're professional people, they're working people. So, like I said, if you got 8 hours to do a reading with me, bitch, you might need a life. And I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm just being honest. You might need to go find yourself a life, honey, because there's no possible way that you need a 8 hour reading. There's no possible way with all the shit that's going on in this world right now that you need an 8 hour motherfucking reading, honey. And I'm just being honest here. Like, girl, what, who, what? So anyway, keep it. I like to keep it cute. Try to keep it simple. Give as much clarity as I possibly can. Give direct clarity as I possibly can. And also, what's important right now. I think that a lot of times we open up that door when we're doing readings, and sometimes other things come in. And anyway, I'll keep that there. So, like I said, that's how we are with the time. And, let me know your availability 7 days out. Sometimes, soon as 24 hours. Like I said, same day is really only available if we're doing like some type of deal where we're like, we could do same day readings today, blah, 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 blah. And, or once again, we're already doing work and stuff. And why not? You're like, listen, okay, we got stuff cleared out. We're working on stuff now. Now I need to see where the energy is at now. Then, like I said, I could see us doing same day. I like to prepare myself. And my schedule when it comes to in person and stuff, I don't really schedule anything. Anyone who knows me could tell you this. I don't have like Tuesday set aside to do this or Wednesday this and that. Honey, I kind of just go with the flow. Uh, you know, I was, I guess you could say, medically diagnosed with anxiety, girl, but I don't suffer from that. right? Because once again, I know how to handle stuff and just let things go with the flow of things. Some things are planned because, of course, some things have deadlines, like, this has to be done on this day, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, I just kind of go with the flow. If I don't feel like, doing anything today, I'm not doing anything today. If I feel like, doing everything today, I'm gonna do everything today. So anyway, that's how I do that. So once again, like I said, just keep in mind with that, emails going into Gmail being, shady and stuff, and that's why even I moved into people when we're doing casework for the most part, okay, they will have a direct link to me where they can text me directly. I prefer text, but they can call directly to chat, because on the email I get so many emails coming in and out that sometimes Gmail, I don't know if they think it's a spam going on. I don't know what they think is going on, but they'll put the emails into to the spam box, and so I don't get them. So I'm thinking like, damn, this person did not respond back, and they did. It was just in spam. So now I'm even learning every night before I go to bed to check the motherfucking spam. Okay. Um. Okay, I thought it came out. So yes, like I said, keep it very smooth, very simple. When we get on the phone, when we have our time, don't worry, everything is going to unfold, right? Everything's going to come out. You'll have all the chance, all the times, whatever to ask, and I always say this when it comes to readings, there's no limits. I don't need a yes, you don't have to ask a yes or no question. You can ask any type of question you want. If somebody is tapped in, yeah, there's no such thing as bitch. It's gonna be yes or no. It's gonna be maybe so. No, honey. You have a question, it's gonna come through. Especially if it's important, it's gonna definitely come through. Going into casework, and I said I was gonna reiterate this today, um, emailing one of you. Going into casework, it's the same process as payments as far as payments go. With casework, though, I do things a little differently, and we're actually going to be stepping this up again more this year. And what I mean by that is everybody does casework allegedly. You got TikTok videos, Instagram videos, you got YouTubers out here claiming they can get you together, and they can't get their own life together. No tea, no shade. They can fix you, but their own shit is falling apart. I never understood that, but I guess okay, for the comical, theatrical, entertainment purposes, as they all be saying on here when they be giving readings and shit, this for entertainment purposes, I guess it makes sense from that perspective. But going into energy and going into how things work, I do things a little differently. I even said that we offer a pre casework class, and only three of you virtually has done casework that's been able to actually benefit from that pre casework class. But I kind of give you overall what to expect, and that is kind of your no, it's not kind of, um that is your contract. You once you see the video and you see what we're doing and how we're doing things, and you hit me back and say, okay, Mystic, I'm ready. Bam. That is the agreement. You knew the protocol, everything worked. You don't gotta ask questions later and be like, well, I thought you said no. You saw the class. And if you didn't see the class, you can go back to your email. The link is still there for you to see. So once again, we come through differently. Pre-case work, so you can see what to expect. You don't got to worry about if I started the work or not. You don't got to worry about what I'm doing, because that's another thing too. I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. Okay. I don't know if you were sent here by, and we do know, but we're just saying. Okay, because I gotta kind of clarify that. Because sometimes I ask, I state things, sarcastically or rhetorically. Okay, I'll say things and people will be like, wait, what? No, I'm just saying that to say that, honey. I don't really mean that. But I don't know if you're coming here, once again, it's just a saying. I don't know if you're coming here to actually get work done, or you're just trying to see how we operate so you can go back and tell that other basic ass witch how we operate over here. So then they can try to mimic me and keep up with me. Because ain't no real witch or ain't no real psychic worrying about what the other bitch is doing. And she's not going to be sending someone to go see how the other bitch is doing, because she can tap in and see her own motherfucking self. Okay. Or she can hit them up and see herself. So it's like, honey, that's where we're at with that. So once again, this is why we do the pre-case work class. Then we do the check-in before we start the work. And then of course, while the work is being done, we say, you can reach out anytime you need to. And of course, I'm hoping, or I hope when we do it that people, would say things like, "Hey, I'm seeing a shift in energy here. What do we need to do to keep this going?" But of course, a lot of times people get caught up in the rapture, and they will be telling you the bullshit. Like a good example, you would do work on someone's relationship. Maybe they're dealing with a man or a woman and things are becoming bitter, but they're like, "Listen, I know it's sweet." And I'm like, "Listen, I could see it being sweet. I see the ultimate picture, and I'm seeing you guys being very compatible." But then right now, in the meantime, there's just some fucked up shit going on with the energies. Their natal chart they need to work on. Some things are coming that they need to work through. Some things are coming up for you that you need to work through. But ultimately, you're going to come together. And in the midst of that, the messy spirit always find its way into the situation. And then they're like, "Well, I just want to tell you something. Just so happened, I was scrolling through my Facebook, and I came across this woman's page, and that was the baby mama's brother and a girl." And I'm just like, "Girl, spirit didn't show you that, girl. You're being nosy, you're being messy, and just so happy you came across that." So instead of you being productive and preparing yourself for the actual outcome, now spirit is going to make sure that your work does not manifest. Because everything in this life we have a right to. That is your divine right. Everything that you set your mind to, you could achieve it. Don't let anybody or anything take you outside of that. And once again, that's why I came into doing spiritual work for people, because I believe what you want, you will get. I believe that. My everyday proof that. Some things take a little more longer to accomplish, but realistically, you have realistic goals, they are achievable. They're not no, you're an apple and you're trying to become an orange, or better yet, you're a transgender woman and you're trying to become pregnant. Like, girl, where the baby gonna go? So that type of shit, like, girl, okay, girl, you're gonna be doing rituals and shit forever to get that. But realistically speaking, it's something that could just happen like that. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen sooner than later. You just have to stay focused. So anyway, so we kind of go over that. And some people once again get distracted. And even in that process, they'll bring up other stuff like, "Well, I got this done before with another spiritualist, and they told me I should just hang it up." And I'm just like, "Well, if you really felt that, then why are you getting the work done?" "Well, I don't think that." And that's why I came to you. Okay, so once again, so you're just bringing up distraction. Energy is just distracting you off of your purpose. And this is why you are not. This is why you're not making it. And what they say, the system is designed to go against you. We all know that. So the system is designed to go against you. Then why are you doing everything possibly to invite the things and the people and the energies that are going to go against you, including friends and family? Why would you even do that? So anyway, so like I said, that's just where we're at with that. Going into giving you time, you can reach out to me, have any updates on the work. When I say updates, positive updates, not bad updates. Okay. If there's some bad updates going on while we're doing the work, that just means you're not doing the work. That means you're not focused enough on the work. Okay. We said it right here, right now. If we're doing work on attracting and manifesting, and it's not manifesting, and your updates is negative. "Oh, we started doing this work, but my 3-year old's teacher called and said that blah, 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 blah." It's like, okay, girl. So what is this update for? I didn't know this had anything to do with us manifesting your man. So your 3-year old, something happened at school with 3-year old. Well, do you want my honest opinion? Because what I think is going on here, I think the 3-year old got because I think you being messy as fuck, and I think your energy and where it needs to be at. Honestly. Now, once again, when I'm saying updates, give me the positive updates. If there's no positive updates, okay, then there's no updates. Okay. As far as casework go, energy go. Okay. Last but not least, when the work is done, you do get some pictures and information on the work. I do take notes while I do works, while I do the workings, because of course, everything, happens, everything. Anyway, I take notes for the work that I do. Okay. And I will send you over information on what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling. And the best thing for you is just to be honest. Don't lie. Don't be like, "Well, I don't know where this was coming from. I don't know what you're talking about." Okay. Once again, I'm a spiritualist who sleeps well, who eats good, who has no stress, no drama, no drugs, no alcohol. There's nothing that's going to influence my own energies. Okay? No extracurricular activity that's going to influence that. So when I'm seeing something, I'm feeling something, 99.99%, I think I'm accurate on it. Okay, going into, me being safe and me maneuvering through life and navigating through my purpose and being safe while doing it. I think I'm definitely on the right motherfucking track, girl. You don't have no history and no background of me ever needing something and having to do anything against who I really am to get it. Hello, let's keep that there. So that's it. When it's done, like I said, you get the information over. Then, of course, you can ask questions. I did say this too when we're doing classes and we're doing casework. Back then, I would say this is a limited support because sometimes people will get casework done and they want to revisit that casework, and I'm okay with that. As long as it's like 5 or 6 years ago or 5 or 6 months ago. When we're getting into like 5 years later, when we're getting into like 3 years later, at this point, honey, the energy is a whole nother energy, and we need to start from scratch. So book a consultation or reading, and we'll get into that. Okay. Going into, once again, support and stuff, I think that it will be limited support because, we like to stay focused. Even going into classes, I would say that classes are a limited support. As far as the topic of the class is a limited support. Just because we did a class on water magic does not open up the doors 6 months later to say, hey, I never did a class about water magic, but I wanted your opinion on fire magic. You didn't take no class on fire magic, so we're not touching on that. And that goes for anything. Yeah, you didn't do a class on that. We're not touching that because we do have a class on that, but you didn't take a class on that. So that is not, that's not support, available to you. No shade, just keep it real, honey. You want to know anything about that? Definitely sign up for that consultation and/or take that class. Anyway, moving right along, that's pretty much it with that. I really want to know what you guys, before I go 27 minutes in, what are you guys' honest opinions about me and the angle that I come from when I come on YouTube? Do you guys just think that I just get on here because I'm bored and I just want to talk about stuff because I like to hear myself talk, which, by the way, I don't. That's why I don't play my own recordings or any of that. Um, but I just like to hear myself talk. I like to boast about my experiences of my life. Or do you really think, or do you really know that what I speak about, I actually have experience in, and I know kind of how this ship sails, because I be a little confused sometimes by some of the emails I be getting and some of the, not really comments. I've not seen comments in a while about this, but back in the day, and it could have been people trolling. So when I see like people I've never had any communications with via the phone, the email, we never did readings together, class together, any of that. Your opinions don't really matter to me. I kind of overlook it anyway. I look and say, oh wow, okay. But I'm kind of like, baby, you've been lurking in the shadows, and you just been lurking in the shadows. So I don't know, I don't know what your hands look like because your hands are hiding behind your back. Let's just keep it right there. So I'm just overlooking that either way. I'm just like, okay, that's cute. Maybe I said something that hit a nerve. But when it's somebody that I know, that we done casework together, we done class together, events together, whatever the case may be, my energy, I know your energy. And when it comes across, the energy comes across as you trying to teach me something, or you're trying to show me something. I'm kind of looking like, damn, did a spirit get on this motherfucker and trying to challenge my my spiritual gangster? Because everything that I talk about, I'm experienced in. I would never talk about a topic that I don't know anything about. I would never talk about a topic that I really don't care about. And that's a lot of times people ask questions, and sometimes I've done it on here, sometimes it's been privately, and I'm like, listen, that's not an area that I really care about. I know something about that, but I don't really care about that. do your own research on that. Reach out to someone who specializes in it, right? Somebody who maybe call themselves, the expert of ancient Greece. I don't know. Reach out to them and talk to them about that. That's not my angle. I don't really care, right? And I don't say that, but I'll just be like, that's just, yeah, that's just too broad, honey. But for the most part, like I said, I try to stay focused. And maybe this gets a little confused because we talk about a lot of stuff on here. We don't really have a particular topic that we talk about. And I'm thinking maybe that's where the confusion coming at too. I don't know. Like I said, I love to hear back from you guys about that. But like I said, sometimes people will ask questions or send me over things, and like I had a very advanced class, if I might say, and some people actually took that class, and they can actually come out and say what they thought about that class. But I think it was very advanced, going into sigils and symbols and all that. And I had some people who never took the classes, you know, didn't really give two fine fucks about taking it. But we have the audacity to try to send me over links and shit to symbols and sigils and say this is an ancient, powerful symbol of ancient Rome and blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, so do you not think I'm connected? Do you not think I not know? Like, there's a lot of stuff I don't talk about because that's really honestly none of your damn business. And once again, if we're here talking about spirituality and elevating, and we're talking about you right now, like what's important right now, finding your divine source, elevating and manifesting the life you want. If that's our main focus here, right? Why would I care about sharing, other shit? That doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. To you, maybe it does matter. And once again, they have people out there that specialize in certain things like that. But to me, that doesn't really matter. So it's like, why? What would be the purpose of sending me over links to sigils and symbols of ancient Rome as if my channel is called the Ancient Rome Capitalism or so? I don't know. That's just ideas for me. Or if we ever had a discussion about ancient Rome and you decided, like, ooh, the information that you gave me was a little too off, it's something that might help you, because that's what it comes across to me. This is something that kind of was spruce up or advanced, advance your knowledge, then it's like, okay, I can see that. But to be like, bitch, just in case you want to know, or I want to let you know something, like, baby, I know very much about that. I know very much about that. That's why I compare me to other people. You don't see me jumping and rumping, and you're seeing two different T's and two different representations. My energy has always stayed the same. You don't see me out here trying to be theatrical with anything. You don't see me out here trying to act like I'm something that I'm not. It's been the same energy. Now we've been a little more reclusive. We've been a little more, to ourselves because a lot of people like to bite, they like to copy, and they don't like to give you fucking credit, or they don't like to fucking thank you for showing them the motherfucking way. So it's like, honey, with that being said, once again, where do you see me at? Okay. And if our knowledge is equal, or you think you know more than I, because I will never, I mean, girl, that's like you listen, I will never care. And once again, it's just me because we're all learning here, right? Life is about learning and growing. I would never deal with someone who I think is below me. Someone's who, education level is below mine, someone who's, spiritual knowledge is below mine, as far as like subscribe to channels. Like if I already knew about, ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and I already know about, Haitian voodoo and Louisiana voodoo and all these other voodoos, I'm not gonna subscribe to a channel that knows shit that I already know. Like what will be my purpose of that? What will be my purpose of subscribing and giving my energy, unless of course I want to show them something, like, baby, there's another way, let me show you another way. That's the other way I'm doing that. So like I said, maybe I'll just think of situations like my own situation and be like, oh, this is why I would do that. But once again, how do y'all all see me? And I would love some feedback. Do you think that, I'm, what do you think I'm into? Do you think I'm a pagan? Do you think I'm into voodoo. You think I'm into hoodoo. You think I'm into, ancient Chinese history. You think I'm into, the magic of the mountains of the Mediterranean. Like, what exactly and where exactly do you think we stand? Going into even on my spare time, I told y'all I have a study time, and it's not been this way recently, 2 years, we'll say 3 years. But I used to have a 2 hour period where I would study. Okay. I would study things that I either don't know or things I will know. I do know. I will brush up on my studies because, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Like I said, the past few years I've not been on that because I've been so busy in the paint. So it's kind of like, well, I don't need to really brush up on anything because we're doing it every day. It's consistently, right? It's not no 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. We're not doing anything. Like we're literally doing it. Even going into, casework and stuff. I come at, caseworks differently. No two rituals are the same for me. Going into, like I said, when people are getting readings and stuff in casework time, but they're like, well, another spiritualist didn't say anything about that. And it's like, well, that's the way they did it. But let me ask you this: if the way they did it was correct or right, and the way I'm doing it is wrong, then what made you reach out to me to get work done? And then, of course, they think about it, say, wow, yeah, yeah, no two people are the same, honey. Yeah. Okay. So the same thing with that. Once again, I study, if I'm not doing study, going through my notes, going through the books I have, very, very, very nice books too. Yes, I got some $20, $30, $40 books that people have gifted me because I do not, get rid of gifts though. I don't know, I'm not rude like that. And some of those books do have some real cute stuff in it if you already know what to do. If you're not experienced with that, then it's kind of like this is why a lot of people be getting fucked up. Y'all be getting these little $10 hoodoo books, and these books don't tell, oh, you could do this anytime you want to. Okay, girl, you're gonna get fucked up. Those energies are gonna fuck you up. Go ahead. Go ahead. It said that you can do that type of work on what day? Oh, it didn't say exactly. So that's why the book was $29, and that's why the book is so small and it's so easy to get. It never says three more available, five more available, because nobody's really checking on that book because it's so basic. Okay, the more advanced books, bitch, you're gonna see one book available. You're gonna see out of stock. We'll let you know when it's gonna be a stock. Like, bitch, that's how you know those books have the real tip in it. Anyway, I feel like I'm starting to get into just blabbing, honey. Let's keep it moving, honey. Come on in here, okay? Come on here, Jay. Yes, honey. Ow, Debbie. Yes, honey. Ow. Yes, honey. Come on in. Yes, honey. Debbie over here, honey. Come on in here, surviving Jamila Briscoe. Yes, honey. Ow. Girl, I'm about to heat up my super burrito. It's black bean, rice, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions, and grilled chicken with pico de gallo. Lord have mercy. I had me vegan breakfast burritos tonight again, honey. I had beans earlier today. Tomorrow's the last day for beans. And I had me carb balanced tortillas. Girl, look them up, girl. Very healthy, very good. I got me some tofurkey Italian sausages. Got me some real eggs, brown eggs, and got me some real Mexican cheese, girl. And girl, we put it in the pan, tossed it up, fried it up, girl, and we ate it, girl. I am full. Okay. Oh, and also about some 50, what is that? Baked hot Cheetos. Bitch, you goddamn right. Okay. Hello. Hey, Mystic, or hey, Persia, what are your thoughts when it comes to working on the left hand path of the occult, like work with Lucifer and other demons? I will say this: if you are not mentally stable, I do not advise working with any of those type of energies because if you have, even if you are mentally stable, you will go through. Um, let me say this: even if you are mentally stable, like you've never been diagnosed with any type of mental illness, you're mentally sane. When you start working with heavier energy, yeah, you're gonna start tripping out. You're gonna start seeing things, feeling things that you're like, what the fuck? And some people get lost up in that. This is why a lot of occultists, okay, real authentic occultists, they're not out here putting out just fucked up ass information that anybody could just look up and get. And even when you go and get these books, these $300 books, I think I even got a book over here that was only $49.99. And it even said at the beginning, if you're suffering from any type of mental illness or you've been prescribed any psychoactive psychosis, drugs for psychosis, bitch, Do not perform any rituals in this motherfucking book. And that's exactly what it says. So, my idea of that would be the first thing if you are taking pills or you are, suffering from bipolar, and you will know this if you look up what this shit is, you will know if this is who you are because a lot of people are undiagnosed. If you know you're suffering from mental illness and stuff, yeah, that dark energy is something you don't want to fuck with. Because now you're gonna be like a lot of these hoes on this internet thinking that spirits are getting people together and hallucinating. That's the demon getting you. And bitch, the demon is fucking them right up. Like they losing their mind, honey. They can't sleep. Right over here, they over here popping Percocets, girl, just to have a good 2 hour rest. Over here popping mollies and shit, girl. You know what I mean? Girl, lacing their marijuana with other shit. So that's my opinion on that. Working with the left hand path takes stability, a high level of mastery, self mastery, knowing yourself, knowing what you like and what you dislike, and also knowing how to, uh, you know, knowing how to, tell reality from not so reality, right? Anubis is doing a lot over here, honey. He's doing a lot. Yeah, you're doing a lot. I'm watching you doing a motherfucking lot. Yeah, you going over here, you're going over there. You did he what are you doing? He's trying to get comfortable. God. He's trying to get me these covers. And I'm on one and the other one is sold over there because he like to do some weird shit, girl. Girl, okay. He like to mark up on shit. So bitch, I throw that shit over there and he's like, anyway, so yeah, stability is definitely the first thing you need to deal with that. But anyway, what do you mean by that though? I would love in depth with what are my thoughts of working on a left hand path. Are you asking me just generally what's my thoughts, or there's something in particular you're wanting to know? If you don't know, I've been more direct. I've been more ask. The way you want to ask, don't sugarcoat it. Just tell me directly. And now that I've been in that element too, like some people, I told y'all this story, girl. You ask somebody, what time are you going to bed? I mean, well, the other day I went to bed at 5 o'clock. Bitch, I didn't say the other motherfucking day. I said, what time you going to bed tonight? Oh, where are you going after work? Well, I mean, I don't know because the past 2 weeks, or no, they won't even say I don't know because that's still the answer. Well, I mean, for the past 2 weeks, I've been going to my mama's house after work. That's not what I motherfucking asked. I said, where are you going today after work? Today is today. So I'm like, fuck, is the energy switching? Like, was I so bright and now that I'm so she first so bright? What's going on? Okay. I know that's right, honey. Yes, come on, Lady K. How you doing? Yes, honey. Thank you for your service and products you offer to others. Thank you so much, Lady K, for that. Thank you. Not really mystic. Lady K is the right. Thank you for really putting your whole heart into help people. Thank you so much, Shay, for that too. Thank you. How does a spiritualist even give a reading for that long? I'm telling you right now, there is no way unless you're adding stuff into it, right? Like now your personal opinion. Listen, I'm gonna give you a good example. I did a reading one time with one of my regulars, and I can tell there was so much going on with them, right? Like the first thing I do when they call me, because they're also someone who can read. They don't read for profession, but there's someone who can tap into energy, right? We're gonna say hypersensitive. And every time we pick up that phone, I acknowledge the energy, like, "Ooh, okay, you feel a little heavy today. What's going on?" Or your energy is really light. That's the first thing I'll go in when I'm on the phone with them. I've done that with other people too, but for sure with them to let them know, like, I know where you're coming from already before we even get into this. So literally, I can feel like like there's a lot going on, but I'm really thinking like, okay, she already know the protocol that she's gonna write down her questions, and we're gonna go from there. Honey, I had a in person uh, thing set up. I was supposed to go to Walmart to get items for products that I was doing, and I had a date that night. Not a date, but someone was coming over. We were gonna be, talking and showing me about trades and all. Anyway, we had a date set up, right? Not a romantic date, but still when I tell you, and that's what I was trying to say, I gotta go. Because I was not trying to be rude, but I was like, bitch, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I gotta go this. And I was surprised my phone even survived that long. But it was supposed to be an hour long reading. And we were on that phone for almost 3 hours. And the crazy thing about it is, like, I'm feeling like I'm getting vertigo. Like, not even 3 hours in, like, we want to say even the first hour or so, like, I feel like I'm getting vertigo. And like I said, the hour was maybe for a good, the reading was for a good hour, maybe an hour and 15. But then we start talking about other stuff. And then towards the very end, they wanted to go back into the reading. It was like, no, 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 honey. And that's the only reason why I implemented 2 30-minute hour. And that's it. An hour, we can probably go into like an hour and 15, hour and 10. I'm okay with that because you've never done a reading before. We're gonna go into an introduction anyway. Who knows? Maybe you're like, hey, Mystic, I also want to blah blah blah. I don't know. But like I said, an hour going into like 2 hours, we can't do that no more. Because she was really, and this is not a reading, but I'm not saying this to cut in and read on her neither. But this is not a reading, but I just want to know your professional opinion on this. But you called to get a reading though. So if this call is based on a reading, how are you having a conversation without us giving a reading? Like, that's when you book a consultation, hon. So it was like, yeah, honey, she was trying to play those little games, and I was like, yeah, we can't do that. But you can just feel it. You feel pooped, you feel drained, you feel like, oh my God, I just got the blood sucked out of me. Like, if there was such thing as real vampires being able to bite you and suck your blood, that would have to be the feeling. Like, you just feel so just like, oh my God. Ooh. So anyway, I don't know how they can really do it if they're really giving a reading. I'm even willing to say that nobody who's really tapping in, and I already said that, nobody really tapped in could be tapped in that long. Nobody tapped in could be tapped in that long. Going into Silver Brown and stuff, we love Silver Brown, honey. But I was like, maybe Silver Brown is a little real. Maybe she is real because Mama used to do these long readings like once every year, right? She'll do a cruise ship and then spend 8 hours doing cold readings only one day. I'm like, maybe Mama is real, right? To that point. But it's like, honey, but now you're on a TV show and now you're in it's just like, girl. And then it's consistent with that. And then you're doing your TV show readings. And then outside of your TV show reading, now people are coming to get readings from you because they would book readings through her website too. So it's just like, how are you tapped in like that much? And you're keeping yourself together because it's possible, but you're keeping yourself together. How are you tapped in and pulling on people's energy who have cancer, who has lymphoma, who got diabetes, whatever the case may be, all these illnesses, and your own body isn't breaking down? That's not possible. For that long, that's not possible. That's what I said. When a bitch says she get readings all day, every day, there's no way that a real spiritualist is tapping in like that all day, every day. There's no way, girl. Every single day, 365, you're tapping into energy like that, bitch, girl. But send me a message on how that's even possible. Especially if you drink, you fucking smoke, you got married, your children, whatever the case may be. You got a real job, girl, whoever, whatever. You do other things outside of reading. Ain't nobody sitting here reading all day, every day, boo boo. Maybe an hour, 2 hours a week, okay, but every day, all day, like, girl, maybe the first two readings a day is you really tapping in, and then the other readings are you just making shit up. Because it's like, honey, you're tapping in and you're feeling stuff, and you're actually putting yourself in that person's shoe. I could not imagine a woman, and unless they all hitting you up for readings about stupid ass shit, no shade, but I couldn't imagine a woman coming to you and saying that her son was tragically murdered and that she needs to find out who did it, and you're just tapped in just for hours. Like, you're pulling up this emotion, you're pulling up the emotion of the deceased individual, you're pulling up the emotion of the person who committed that crime, if you're really tapped in. So you're literally pulling three different energies right here, three different energetic bodies to pull information. That's what you're doing. And there's no way that you're doing that once again every single day, all fucking day. And you're not like, damn, I need to go drink something. I need to go smoke something. Damn, I'm emotionally exhausted. Damn, I need to keep my distance. Because, like I said, that's me. People I know would tell you, I don't deal with people every day, all day. I don't talk to family and friends every day, all day. And it's not because I don't want to. It's because, once again, the type of work that I do is mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausting. And I have no problem with it because, bitch, I could stop doing that and I could do whatever else I want to do. Because I'm trained in a lot of things. I can do whatever the hell I want to do, but I love doing this. So that's why I said to keep myself, a pure, clean vessel to where I'm not Oh, girl, I'm so stressed out. I need to go pop a pill. Oh my God, I need to drink something. Oh, girl, now I'm craving pork chops because I read somebody who loved to eat pork chops. Like, girl, that shit happens. Going into the movie reading with Monique, girl, that's a good movie, girl. And if you're a so-called medium, bitch, you need to watch that movie to know, bitch, what mediumship really is about. Because, baby, a lot of people out here, I'm a medium, I'm a medium, I'm a medium. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. Go ahead. Do your thing, honey. You can open up paranormal activity in your home by doing tarot readings. You said it. You said it, honey. You said it, Survivor Jamila Briscoe. You said it. You can open up portals and dimensions and doorways to dimensions in your home, not just doing tarot, but doing everything, even in your body. Well, you're like, bitch, I'm getting sick with something. I don't know what I'm sick with. Well, we don't know neither. And you go get blood work done. Yeah, we don't know what's going on with you. Blah blah. Honey, I'm telling you right now, like that shit becomes very. That's what I say. Going into police officers, going into nursing. These people also go through. They get anxiety. They have breakdowns. They get depressed because you're channeling energy. Everybody channels energy. Some people are more, gifted at it. Some people are more trained at it. But you all channel energy. So it's like, girl, you're telling me that you're channeling from a spiritual perspective, like you're tapped in and you're tapping into other realms, other dimension. You're sitting there, yeah, I'm normal, honey. Everything is good. No, bitch, you losing your motherfucking mind, girl. You losing your fucking mind, and you're doing any and everybody too. If they got it, oh, $20 will get you a reading. Girl, everybody can afford a $20 reading. That's why these people be looking batshit crazy. They be on crack and shit. They be, like I said, they be giving you that type of tea. Like, damn, girl, you're on something. Your jaw's fucking twitching and shit. Your fucking face looking like a skeletal face. Like, girl, what's going on? Because once again, you're tapped into energy if you really are, and you pull on other people's burden, and you don't know how to break that shit off. That takes time. That takes time, honey. It takes time to prepare yourself, bitch. It takes days. Once again, and this is if you by yourself, girl. You're by yourself, or you have an assistant. That's even better. But it takes days. Go to anybody who's a real energy worker, Reiki, girl. Reiki, girl. Let's go into that Reiki, bitch. It's time. It's a process. So I'm not convinced that you're on here doing what you claim that you do. I'm not convinced of it. And you're really who you say you are. I don't believe it, honey. Michigan chat, have y'all listened to Nikki's new song? No, but we love Nikki. Joe, you talking about Ruby Red? Okay, yes, honey. I think I heard a little bit of that. Check that spam. I sent an email about the quantum. I know Gmail delayed my issue. I know that's right, honey. Let me go check that out. When you seek, you may find. So be careful what you look for. You said it, Debbie. Yes, honey. Ow. Gmail is worse sometimes, all the time. We love Auntie Nikki, right, honey? We do, honey. Well, Nikki would be more so. She'll be more so our sister, right? Because she's within a 10-year bracket of us, right? She's in her what? Her early 30s, her late 30s, early 40s. Yeah, she's within a 10-year bracket of us. So she would be more, well, I don't know how old you are, Debbie, but she'll be more she'll be more she'll be more a big sister, okay? Dorito bitch is mad that they not chose. She's so shady. I love it. Dorito bitches. Oh, I gotta look up this song, honey. I need to look it up, honey. Fairies Hill Animals too. You said it. Where did that come from though? Where did that come from, Debbie? Debbie, Debbie, can you touch bases on where did that come from? Fairies Hill Animals too. Where did that come from? Can you touch on that very lightly for us, Mystic? I know you don't get much into the popular trending teas much, but did you hear about the Nigerian man dancing gorilla acting out for social media? And Cardi told people to let him keep acting. Well, I actually seen Dancing Gorilla. He's the bad built muscle guy, the sloppy built but muscular guy that be eating food and dancing and shit. He was that vegan slutty vegan, dancing like a motherfucking fool. I know exactly who that is. I didn't see anything about Cardi B because honestly, I just, girl. Anyway, yeah, no tea. No tea, no shade, but I just, girl, I don't really, check on anything with Cardi because bitch, she's a fool in my opinion. No tea, no shade. She's a fool all the way around, girl. No shade. Okay. Mama wanted the fame and fortune. She got it. And now she want to take everybody who challenged her ass at that level. Bitch, fuck you, bitch, and your motherfucking. Anyway, let me stop. I don't know that lady like that. Come on in here, Nepali salad. Yes, honey. Ow. Yes, honey. I think you get onto enlightenment and sometimes to witch. Jay, stop it. Girl, you know McDonald's was my first job. I always eat the Cobb salad. Wait a minute. Where did that Debbie, where did that come from, Debbie? I know you know what you know. Okay. We fans of you as a whole. We know you ain't here for the foo-foo. You're here to drop some tea with spirits that speak. Ain't no one on YouTube that can do videos like you, man. You speak on real teas and magic. Thank you so much, Debbie, for that. And you said it too. That's the key word too. When spirit tell me to speak, that's when I get on here, honey. When y'all don't see me, sometimes I'm in my own head too, because I'm like, damn, that would be something to talk about. Or spirit's like, you need to do this, and I'm like, no, no, no. Then all of a sudden, bitch, I see somebody else doing it. I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, wait, did someone tell them? Nope, I didn't shut up with nobody. So it's like, damn, honey. But I believe that your haters are actually fans of you, but they hate that they like you so much. I agree with that too, Debbie. I agree with that too. Because I never understood. First of all, I can never hate anyone I've never met in real life more than I hate people I actually know. So you actually have so much hate for a bitch that you never met, but don't hate the man that impregnated you and left you to take care of those kids by yourself. The man that promised you a ring and a house but didn't give you shit. You're more upset at this bitch you don't know than that person? I don't believe that. So you said it. I believe it. I think you're into heck and a few other ancient teas. Hmm, maybe. If you know about the nine keys, ow, then you know what you know, Jay. The only people still here on are the ones who truly have been shown the light by you and truly have a fetish. Thank you so much. Jay, Jay, girl, fuck a spell book. No, I'm not gonna lie. There are some real good cheap books out there. I'm telling you, people have asked me, Mystic, I want to do rituals on blah 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 blah. Where's a good place to start? And I always tell you, bitch, type that shit in on this site and see what comes up and get this book because there is some tea out there. And if you have a collection of tea, then you will know how to put two and two together, right? Because like I said, some books out there don't tell you, they don't go into depth. One of the books I got, I think it was actually $27 on Amazon, and they barely have that book in stock, honey. Barely. Me and one of the sisters know what book I'm talking about because she was like, "When I get some money, I'm gonna get that book." I said, "Girl, I already got it." She's like, "No," she was like, "No, you don't." Send her the picture. She gagged. She said, "Girl, every time I get ready to go get the book, it's never available." Nope. And I made sure I got it, girl. Now the book looked like it's about to fucking fall apart. But anyway, that book right there, what I love about it, it goes into intermediate T. So it doesn't go into the do's and the don'ts, right? Like when you're doing this ritual, and this kind of goes on the lines too of like spiritualists out here too that be giving you books or giving you teas on how to do work. Like certain spirits you cannot do workings with on certain days of the week. Certain spirits you cannot entertain while you're, you know, doing things like if you're a woman on your period, if you eat garlic, you can't eat red meat. Like there's certain protocols with dealing with spirits. Anybody who really knows about this stuff knows that. People who are just looking because they saw a movie on it or let me Google and then there's a YouTuber giving you little mythical shit on it and this is what you got to do. You get, like I said, you're gonna get fucked up. You're gonna get caught up in some shit where you're like, I thought it was this spirit. Girl, what was that movie called? Hunting. No, no, what was that fucking TV show called? And Mama said that she had a bad experience with ISIS. And I wanted to read this bitch so bad. I want to say, ma'am, there was some other shit going on here, girl. They gave you Lady of Guadalupe and was trying to give you into some Santa Maria. Girl, y'all know what I'm talking about, girl. This was back in the day, girl, 2007. A lady got on here. It was like hunting stories or something like that on A&E. And Mama was like, I was in a coven called the Sisterhood of ISIS or something. Well, she didn't go into detail what name of what the group was, but it was something with ISIS. And she said that she started venerating ISIS, and she started seeing dark shadows in her house. I was like, bitch, the fuck is going on? Then you're looking at the clip even more, and mama's like, yeah, and you saw these cloaked dudes, and I'm just like, why is this giving Santissima? Like this is not giving. And girl, that's what that shit was. Mama got initiated into some shit, and they were like, we're gonna mount. I'm gonna use y'all terms now. We're gonna mount ISIS onto Santissima, and that's what they did. So now they're talking about some the sisterhood of blah blah blah, and we're here for ISIS, but over here, and that's something too, girl. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that because that's not really my business. Because ISIS is not, first of all, any type of sisterhood of ISIS ain't gonna be only inclusive to or exclusive to women only. Because bitch, if you know what you know about how ancient Egyptian work, the magic work with Isis, and even her husband, Osiris, bitch. You know, goddamn motherfucker, well, baby girl, there's gonna be some other tea in there, including effeminate men. So it's like, girl, okay, girl, yeah, they definitely mounted some shit up on you. But like I said, some books out there have some real good stuff in it. They do not go into explanation of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But if you're seeking something, it's gonna come to you. Going into ancestors and shit, right? I need help. I need to make this happen. I want to make this happen. Help me. Whatever. Things are going to come to you. You don't know how many times I've been inside of stores or places and people are like, just talking about random shit, right? And then I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, la, la, la. And I'm like, wait, what do you call that? And blah, blah, blah. And then you go look it up and you're like, wait a minute. This is a book that's talking about the shit I've been looking for. Just giving an example, honey. Girl, remember old Nas from the Spirits of Atlantis? He was not attractive, girl. He had a turtle face. Who is old Nas? Let me Google him. I don't remember him, honey. Old Nas, Spirit of Atlanta. Mm, let me see right now. Let me see this man. He not coming up. Spiritofatlanta.org. Oh, it's a joke, huh? Spiritofatlanta.org, Delta Club. What is your legacy? Support the future of Drum Corps and empowering young musicians by joining our exclusive giving community. Make a lasting difference for generations to come. Okay, girl. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Okay, well, Spirit, I want me to look it up. I typed in Spirits of Atlanta on Google. That came up, and then, girl, is it the Mercury retrograde or something right now? I want to know because how the fuck did I type that in and it's pulled up some other bullshit, honey? What the fuck is going on here? You said what is his name? Unas. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Let's see who the fuck Unas is. We don't, girl. We don't do the TTVB Gigis, honey. We don't do the Akuta Matatas type of thing. Where he at? Where he at? I don't see him on it. Is that how you say his name? I googled it. Spirits of Atlanta. Is it Spirit of Atlantis or Spirit of Atlanta? Yeah, nothing's coming up, honey, at all. Mm-mm. I ain't coming up for that motherfucker, honey. We love spell books to write in it. I know that's right, honey. I don't used to have a spell book. I free lifestyle my work from within my spirit. That's a good thing. The only downfall, though, is you still need some type of guidance. Only because there could be spirits that are working against you that are giving you the insight that you think you have, and they having you to make your own bed to lay in it. You still need guidance. Coming into the spiritual world, it's a very much different world from the physical world. That's why I would say I get a little confused where people are claiming to be spiritualists, but they're always coming at the world from a mundane perspective. You will never ever hear me, and I'm going to say this very loud and clear. You will never ever hear me complaining about me being a trans woman of color and having any issues in this life of getting what I want out of this life. You will never hear me complain about this person, that person. They don't really see it for the girls, blah, blah, blah. You won't hear that. Because once again, I know that spiritually speaking, I know what I'm capable of doing. So the same thing with that. When you see these people out here saying they're a spiritualist and they work from the spirit, but they're always talking about this and that, and they're always trying to distract you with bullshit that's in the physical world. It's like, well, where is the spiritual side of you? It's good that you can give us pointers and viewpoints of what Erica Badu is doing behind closed doors. That's really cute and all. But where is the spiritual side of you and your demonstrations in here? Because it's really giving me that you're nosy. Because Erica Badu didn't invite you in to talk about her life. So that's what it's really what it's given is that you're just a nosy ass, lifeless ass bitch. You're not really spiritually inclined. And you're coming across spiritually inclined because maybe you know how to use your words. Maybe you're good with spelling, right? Girl, I'm not getting to that girl, that trickster type of spirit, girl. I'm just saying. Okay. But anyway, yeah, freestyling, like I said, is cute and all when it comes to certain things, but you still need a guideline. You still need some type of something set so you know that this is really something real and nothing that's putting you into a spiritual debt, right? A lot of people talk about spirituals, spirits coming to collect their dead. A lot of them are in spiritual debt. That's why they come on here and they beg for money and shit because they're in spiritual debt. Okay. We're gonna keep that there. I like to write, so I write down all my shit. I know that's right, honey. They beat around the bush too much. You said it, honey. Fuck the bush. No, huh? They have tons of spell books in Barnes and Nobles, and amounts of time ribbons and yarn have been mentioned in all of those. What? Wait a minute. They talk about ribbons and yarn, so everything is becoming so paganistic. Everything is becoming so pagan. And that's what I'm thinking too. Everything is becoming, and don't get it twisted, but everything is just so. And when it comes, that's how I keep saying too about the voodoo people and the hoodoo people on here. And I think someone took this as me being serious. A lot of voodoo, so-called hoodoo people on here do pagan stuff. They do Wiccan stuff. Wiccan is not voodoo. Wiccan is not hoodoo. There might be some type of similarities there, but it's not the same fucking thing. The girl, and that's my biggest fucking issue. Like I went to a Botanica years ago, and the lady had the nine knotted candles or the nine knobbed candles. And I was like, what kind of story is this? And she was like, we're esoteric, but I specialize in voodoo. Right. And at first I was like, girl, it's a joke anyway, because girl, you're not giving me anything about any of that. No shade. And it's nothing to do with race. But I'm like, well, why is a voodoo store selling pagan stuff, Wiccan shit that's coming from, secondary stuff? Like I'm just a little confused by this. What is this? What is this, ma'am? Like, and what is your, and that's when I say, bitch, what is your background? What do you mean? Yeah, what is your ethnicity? Well, I'm American first, but my ancestors were from Poland, Welsh, they were from blah, blah, blah. And she just started going down all these European countries. And I was just like, damn, girl, so you just everything but the child of God, huh? Okay, girl. Anyway, so everything is so saturated with ribbons and yarns when it's like, girl, where's the real shit at? That's what I keep saying. Where's the sock magic at? That's what we need. We need a book on sock magic. We need a book on t-shirt magic. Where is the real shit at? Everybody got the fucking answers, but they're getting what they need through giving out fake fucking answers. That's what the fuck is going on here, honey. Okay. I meant these blank books you can write. Right. Every spell don't need no damn ribbons or guard. You said it, honey. You said it. Some spells just require you to shut your mouth, shut your fucking eyes, and listen. It's that simple. Some spells don't even require none of that. They don't require you to light a candle. Some spells don't require none of that. Some spells just require you to go out and do what you need to do and come back and know that the seed has been planted. It's that simple. That's what I said. A lot of people do workings and they don't know why they do these workings. I love because some of these books go into that where it talks about the purpose of candles and stuff. Some people are just like, I'm gonna go buy a candle, but why though? Well, because there was the candle ritual already. But why are you buying the candle? Because they're the same ritual that you're trying to do with that candle. You could do it with crystals. Well, crystals don't work for me, so the candle ain't gonna work for you neither, because the magic comes from you. So if the crystal ain't working, and you and the crystal came from the same fucking place, because crystals are not man-made. They come from the earth just like you came from the earth. Can we talk about it for a minute? But the candles work for you, then baby, like I said, then that means that you not really are what you say you are then. Hello? Okay. I've been having a strong pull towards Lucifer. Listen, why not, honey? Lucifer have different aspects to her. Okay, positive and motherfucking negative. One of my sisters is actually a Luciferian devotee, honey. She loves Lucifer. She loves it. She's very heavy in that Luciferian energy, and we love each other. I'm more of the light. She's more of the dark. Hey, girl, that doesn't stop us from being sisters and loving each other. Okay, hello. So once again, yes, Lucifer has many, many aspects, very beneficial. Okay, there we go. Yes, honey. Lucifer represents the primitive side of yourself. Okay, come on in here. Oh, the journals. Yes, Debbie, I still have one. I brought one. They're so cute. I do like the aesthetics of the B&B journals. Who the fuck is being in? I found some cute ones on Amazon that have gold foil and silver foil detailing with exotic prints and colors. I know that's right, honey. Grimoire. Yes, honey. Yes, I still don't know this Silver Brown lady. You don't know who Silver Brown is? Look her up. A fool. A fool, honey. Basically, the more refined version of Miss Cleo. Ow! Miss Cleo! Miss Cleo! Miss Cleo! Miss Cleo! Uh-uh. I don't think you really know. Miss Cleo. Yes, girl. All the girls want to be Miss Cleo, girl. Any spiritualists get on here with a dashiki on and a head wrapping on with dreadlocks, girl, they think they Miss Cleo, bitch. A Miss Cleo wannabe. Girl, bye. You a copycat of a copycat. I heard that, ma'am. Sylvia had a deep, hoarse voice. I wonder if she smoked. She did smoke cigarettes. Yes. Remember, she said she had an addiction to shit. Girl, I think Miss Sylvia's voice is getting on me right now. Hold on. I said the spirits of God said that they were walking over there, and I really do think. Ooh, Silver took over for a minute. Yeah, excuse me. Um, she said she had a smoking habit. Remember, she said that she was a smoker for all these years, and she was trying to fight it and shit. I was like, girl, and asthma and Queen Lilith can come in and heal that, because they got herbs to stop you from smoking cigarettes, honey. That's how I be saying to myself when people be like, I'm a spiritualist, but I'm addicted and I can't break my addiction. Honey, I would say that I could be addicted to things, but I can really like stop doing things. I could really like for my greater good, I could stop doing it. Because it's either my greater good or it's me not being here. That's what it comes down to. So it's kind of like, girl, you're fighting with an addiction that can take you out quicker than like, so do you want to live or you don't want to live? Because that's the bottom line, boo boo. That's the bottom line. And I think about this too with like medicine stuff too. I'm not putting anyone down, but I think about this like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. Like these things are not permanent. These are not life sentences. These are things that could be reversed through your body being put into a alkaline state, right? Being pure, being clean. And it's not just about your diet, it's about your environment too. So it's kind of like when you're taking pills for shit like that, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and all that good shit, you're not okay. And it's kind of like, bitch, bottom line, do you want to be okay or you don't care about being okay? For me, like I said, before it ever gets there, bitch, we're going cold turkey, bitch. We're going plant based, girl. Before we even get there, girl, we're cutting off people. We're cutting off person, place, and things. I'm asking spirit, show me what it is that's contributing to my disalignment, my dis-ease, and I want to let it go. And that's what that means. But a lot of people, once again, they don't want to let go of things. They're comfortable being sick. They're comfortable being wherever they're at. They're comfortable for feeling like the victim. And this is why a lot of people are sick right now. This is why a lot of people have issues. This is why a lot of people have ailments, they have sicknesses. But let them tell it, no, this is my mission for life because God told me that this is going to be my mission for me to survive. Or everybody gets something. That is so sad that we live in a current state, a current era where we think that life is a punishment to us. Like, that's really, really sad to think about that. Like, some people really are here to think that their biggest lesson in life was to learn what it was like to live with cancer. Like, the biggest lesson in life was for you to live life, to know what it's like to have high cholesterol for the rest of your life and then lose a fucking heart. Like, girl, with high cholesterol, you're a walking heart attack. With high blood pressure, you're a walking fucking heart attack. With diabetes, you're a walking what do you call it? Vessel. No, not vessel, vegetable. You can lose your sight at any given time. You can lose your hearing at any given time, but you could develop other illnesses through diabetes. So it's like, no, that is not what your purpose was to be here. There's other things that you were put here to work through. And because you chose not to learn your lesson through them, or you chose not to let them go, this is the side effects of those conditions. And that's why you got them. It is not about, once again, only eating. You got to surround yourself with people. You got to get the support. We got support all areas. Girl, you got psychologists, you got psychics or spiritualists, you got fucking uh, 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 psychiatrics, you got counselors, you got, girl, if you got some good insurance, they got people that you can link up with that deals with all different types of issues within you. Motivation to lose weight, motivation. So it's like, for me, once again, it's come down to, wow, like, people really don't want to, they don't really practice what they preach. People really don't believe in spirit. People really don't believe in higher powers. People really don't believe that they are gods and goddesses. People really don't believe that they're capable of living their best full life. And even people that say they believe in God, I don't believe that. I don't believe that you believe in God. I don't believe you believe that God is a healer, Nisan Rapha. You believe in Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Jehovah. You think that this is a healing God. He's a doctor, blah, 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 blah. And you over here fucking sicker than a motherfucking bat. I don't believe that. I don't believe you think that. I don't believe you think that you have the power to heal when you're sicker than a goddamn dog yourself. I don't believe that. I don't believe that, honey, at all. I don't believe it at all. So it's really, really sad, honey. Not no goddamn pork chops. I know that's right, honey. Ow! I feel like the myths about fairies and the little people across all cultures really based on certain Aboriginal tribes who had the little magical pool. You said it, honey. Ow! Yes, honey. Spirit coming be in at the right time, because I swear you always hop on at the nick of time. Right. Come on, Jay. Listen, I don't have no plan time either, okay? I just get on when I need to get on, okay? I need that book. Debbie. Listen, I won't share the name of that book yet, because what I want to do is next year, either the end of this year, the beginning of next year, I want to do something where there is like, I won't put it out there yet. We'll wait on that. And I'm thinking that's going to be one of the books I'm going to say, you all need to go get this book so we can elevate together. Okay. Okay. Hello. See, yeah, I never heard of a show where a lady demonized ISIS. How was the show? 2008. I think it was called Ghost Huntings or Ghost Stories. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Look it up. I think it was called Ghost Stories, Ghost Huntings, where people would come and they'll give their stories of huntings, of things in the house. Then they came out with a celebrity version of it. And this was like 2007, 2008. I remember because I was over at my best friend's house at that time, and it was the summertime. And I used to listen, I still love scary shit, girl. Scary shit like push, like scary shit pulls something, right? It gets you in a space of tapped in and shit. I don't know how to describe it. So I was like, honey, let's watch it. So we watching it, and literally, okay, literally, girl, the bitch is sitting there, and I'm like, wait a minute. And mama had an apartment that looked like my old apartment too, which I was like, ooh, that's kind of creepy, girl. That's kind of creepy, Miss Thing. And mama's like, she was in her room and she fell asleep and took a nap, and she was hearing a woman moan. Just some weird shit. Look it up. It's gonna come up. Look it up. It's gonna come up. Black as night erase evil from our sight. White as light, mighty Hecate make it right. Yeah, especially pentagrams are saturated in these books heavily. Right, right. Like, girl, give it up. Miss I've always felt so strong connection to the forest. What could this mean spiritually? I'm sorry, my right eye was itching. Like I feel like I need to live there. Okay, well, of course you can have ancestral energy there. I think in this life we're having a lot of cellular memory coming up for us, a lot of ancestral memory coming up in this life. I think that's why a lot of people are seeking spirituality, and the elites know that, so they're hiring people to distract people in their mission and finding who they are. I do feel that. Going into living in a forest. Maybe you should go live in a forest. I would suggest camping in the forest first before trying to live in one, because they do got places like in Oregon and Montana and shit. And what is the other place where you live in a forest, honey? Okay, or there's forest type. I think like Georgia and shit too. They kind of got like forests too, like tall trees and shit hidden in places. But that's what that could be. Another thing too, forest energy is very healing. It's very transmutive. A lot of places or a lot of things back in the day, like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, even places where they would take you on retreats, everything was done in forests, right? Even right now, we're talking about a foundation somewhere that you go to a forest for 8 weeks and allegedly you leave out of there elevated and shit. So that is a place of transmutation, elevating, changing your energy. So maybe that's what that is too. Maybe your spirits are saying, it's time to elevate, honey. Ow. Now I know you heard about them making oh, honey. Yes, honey. A fool. I cannot with the crack voice done crack though. Right. That's how Sylvia talked. That's how she look at Sylvia Brown. Hold on. Listen, hold on. Hold on. Listen. Listen. Oh God, motherfucker. Hold on. Let me pull her up. Let me pull up Auntie. Girl, what? I heard that, girl. They told my credit score got updated 3 days ago. Now they say my credit score got updated again. Bitch, you don't gotta keep telling me my credit score got updated, bitch. I know. Let me see. This is the gag of it all. And Mama's voice have always been like this, girl. This is the gag. She was cute though. Don't come for Auntie Sylvia, girl.
Need extra income? Then here's a question. Have you heard about the Kindle loophole?
Girl, bye.
There's a lot of things that divide us as a human race, but if there's one thing that we all have in
Oh
common,
my
it's a
God, that's
desire
not
to know what comes
it.
next. Sylvia Brown made a career out of that need.
That's not
Here's the
it.
untold truth
Hold
of how
on.
she did it. Sylvia Brown made a career out of seeking out the emotionally vulnerable, especially the parents of missing children. She
See, a girl, they exposed her in that video. I believe it though, honey.
Curtis?
All right, guys. Well, this is actually kind of exciting. She's the #1 New York Times best-selling
Let's see
author
what
and
comes
the
up for her, okay?
world-famous psychic medium. You might have seen her on the Montel Williams show, Larry King Live, and to top it off, she's a Kansas City native, folks. Sylvia Brown is here. She is live in our studio. She's back home to talk about her new book. She's talked about being a psychic, and it's called Psychic, My Life in Two Worlds. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Curtis.
So how's
That's
it feel
her.
to be back in Kansas City, your hometown?
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
I love Kansas City.
Oh, very soothing voice though. We love a woman with a raspy voice, honey. Debbie probably grids his working to keep his viewers viewing. Wait, who? Who? Okay, okay, that's her. Okay, that's her. Go. Okay, honey. Oh, mm, mm, oh, oh. Okay, he's a geomancer. Oh, interesting. I need to hit up the son of Celine, honey. Debbie, do you know this man? You have a crush on him too? Ow. Ow. I got a crush on you. I love me some you. Anyway, I was only 8 or 9 when that show was on then. Right. Honey, you were a youngin. Yes, I agree with the cellular memory part, and I think that's why they pump out show like Salem where they try to rewrite what happened to these actual historic figures. Right. Right. Because another thing too, that I really do, and this is something that was kind of shown through me. Well, anyway, we're not going to talk about that right now because I might get a little too much for people, honey. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now, honey. Debbie, what kind of forest temperaments or tropical? Right. Nature's beautiful. What's crazy is how spirit can predatorial sexually in one culture when the energy takes on other from, say, female embodiment, that energy gets what it was dishing out. You said it, honey. Whoa. That is a nails on a chalkboard voice smoking cigars, blunts, and tar pits. Ooh. AJ, deep Siberian or Transylvanian forest, so I can be a wilderness witch living in my witchy hut with my tabby cat Luna. You said it, honey. I will also encourage you to go. I want to go camping this year. I haven't been camping in years. I want to go camping, honey. I've been to a cabin, but that's not cabin to me. I went to a cabin for a event. We're gonna keep it at that. An event in 2018. I went to a cabin in the middle of nowhere, but that's not camping. I need to be in the middle of a forest with just my tent. And I need to just hear the nature sounds. I need to be able to meditate on the ground, sleep on the ground, and feel earth, cuddling me and cooing me like a newborn baby. That's what I need to feel. I need to do that for at least a week. Yes, honey, get out there, okay? Yes, honey. I want to be in the jungles. The rainforest is my abode. I know that's right, honey. Yes, honey. We love the rainforest, honey. It's very, very nice, honey. I love any place with mountains. My place is the mountains. Any place that's mountainy, I love a mountain. Mountains get me emotion. I love the energy of the mountains. I love I just love that, honey. It just recharges me. That's why I have to live near a mountain. I have to live near a range of mountains because I needed to be recharged. I needed to feel, home. All the other places I don't feel like home. Even where I was born at, I don't feel like I'm at home. You hear me? But near the mountains, I feel like I'm at home. Home is where you make it. Hey. Yes, honey, love the mountains, girl. Feel so free here. The mountains just reflect back to you the beauty that you want to see. There's a mountain over here that's been dry. They said this because they said California barely got rain like that. This mountain was dry for years and years and years before I came here. I think the guy said the last time the mountains were covered in green like that was in 2000 motherfucking 11. And I kid you not, when I first moved here, I seen these mountains. I said, "Ooh, these mountains are beautiful because they're black, right? They're like black hill mountains, right? These are like miniature mountains, like baby mountains, girl. And the big mountains are in the back." But I said these mountains are beautiful. When it rains, you see the mountains. You're like, "Oh, these are beautiful." And I just always look at these mountains, right? These little, we're gonna call them hills, because people live over there and they call them. They're called hills, something hills. I won't say too much, but they call it something hills, and people live on the other side of those hills. And either way, I had a client to live on the hills, bitch, and I thought my car was rolling down that damn hill, bitch. I said, "Ah, we ain't doing this again, girl. The fuck out of here, girl." It was giving Calabasas tea, bitch. I'm sitting there driving down the street, girl. The street was fucking narrow as fuck. I look down, you see the fucking street lights in the city, and the street lights look like fucking ants. I said, "Oh my God, we're high up." Woo! I don't want to think about it, girl. Soon as I came out, I floored it down that hill. I said, "Bitch, bye." Anyway, but I kept looking at these mountains, y'all, and I was just like, these mountains are gorgeous, gorgeous. And almost every day I look at them because in that area, there's a lot of places I like to go to shop. And literally, it's been raining the way it's been raining on and off for the past couple of weeks. And y'all, these mountains are green. And the guy was like, "This is so beautiful to see." I said, "I know. Every time I look over there, I get teary eyed." And I do because it's so beautiful to see these mountains. They were black. They were dry. They were dying, and now they're green. You see, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful, man. And I just said, "Wow." I said, "Wow." I feel the love back, Hill. I feel it. I'm seeing it. You're reflecting back to me what I see, even when you wasn't giving off that greenness, honey. So really, 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 really beautiful, honey. You be naked in the woods. I know that's right, honey. Ow. Yes, mountains are beautiful, very beautiful. What the hell? Yes, I love mountains to like a mountainous rainforest with the ocean right there. Oh, that'd be nice. I actually had a past life regression like that. This had to be in Chile. See, I don't even know because it was, yeah, I don't even know, honey. This could have been Chile. This could have been Peru, or this could have been, yeah. Anyway, very, very ocean, mountain right there. And it was like, whoa, honey. Big, big mountain, flat land, and the ocean right there. Beautiful, honey. Beautiful. I'll be in heaven with that, honey. Don't listen. I don't need no TV, no cell phone. I don't need none of that, bitch. Hello. Girl, just give me my dogs, okay? Because I love my animals. Girl, give me my dogs and my birds, okay? Hello. I'll probably have a baby koala or something too, honey. I don't know. Love animals, honey. Just give me my animals and give me my nature, and I'm good, girl. I can sit right there and just enjoy looking at that ocean every day, looking at the mountains every day. Woo, girl. Mm-mm-mm. I'm making a place right now in my mind. Right now, I'm revisiting this place, this terrained place, and I was so close to the mountains that you could see the ripples in the mountains, the little spaces in the mountains, and you saw the little trees growing from them, the tropical trees growing up from them, and then down was the land, and oh my God, so beautiful, honey, and the air was so fresh. I was healed there, very healing. Yes, honey. Ow! What's crazy that the spirit can be sexually predatory in one culture, and when that wait a minute. We actually seen that already, Jay. Is that Jay? Wait a minute. Is that a reprint or is there something going on? Is there something going on? Is the app glitching? Is oh wait a minute, wait what? Wait what? Oh my God. No, it's right here. 12:13 a.m. and then 12:19 a.m. Yes, honey. Girl, that's crazy. I hate being high up too. Right. Listen. I like to be as close to the ground as possible, honey. You hear me? And when I was driving up there, it didn't give me that we were hilly or nothing. Maybe because it was nighttime. I think no, I take that back. When I got to the gate, the mailbox, and that's another fucking shady thing too. So they live in this hill, but you drive down this long ass road. You know what? I'll probably show a video one day. You drive down this long ass road that's trees and landscape really nicely, and then literally you turn, like a snake, move your body like a snake, ma, bam. No street lights or nothing, y'all. Then you get to this gate, and the mailboxes are right there, big ass fucking silver mailboxes, bitch. You enter the code to get in the gate. Now you feel like you're in a slant, and then you go up this road, and it's a little, windy too. But you're going up, 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 up. You don't even realize that you're going up, 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 up. Then you start seeing these big ass fucking mansions, and some of the houses are on top of a hill that's on a fucking hill. And then you just going, going, going. Once again, those street lights, the only lights you're getting are from the house lights. Bitch, I got right there to that bitch's neighborhood because there was like a gated community, but there's neighborhoods within the gated community, if that makes sense. Like you go through the gate, and then there's neighborhoods within the gate. And I think there's even gates within the neighborhood because she was telling me at the other side that there's a gate, and that gate, she was like, yeah, honey, you can't enter that gate or exit that gate without having a card. And I was like, ooh, bitch, don't tell me that. Cause I could have went in that gate and that gate could have closed on me, bitch. I would have been stuck. Girl, like that one time, y'all. I kid y'all not, y'all. Let me tell y'all this story that I had before I leave right now. So I had an in-person client when I first relocated here, right? When I first relocated here, I had my first in-person client here. And literally they booked an appointment. Now they were in the country part of a town right next to my town. And when I say country, I mean girl, vineyards, and yeah, no street lights, and the roads are like not paved because nobody really travel down these roads any motherfucker way. So they don't, they don't fix these roads. So you got to go really slow, girl. And two things. I was like, I want to get out of here before the sun go down. And the lady was like, I want to do this for my husband get off work because my husband don't believe in this stuff, and I don't want to scare him off or anything. Blah 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 blah. Because there's gonna be. And I was like, I understand. You want it to be discreet. So I end up going, honey. I get there. Now, mind you, these are people of a particular. I'm not gonna say that. I get there. Now, this house is so big, and they had like a mother-in-law quarter, which is like a house behind their house. So the driveway, There was two driveways. There was one driveway that comes up, it connects to the other one that goes right in front of the house. Then there was another driveway that went through both houses, right? And then I guess that was like their little barn thing, right? Their little barn storage place. So she told me her husband will be coming home in a certain amount of time. So I need you to be done. Bam. Okay, y'all. And I'm thinking about this right now, y'all, because I was so traumatized with this girl. I ended up calling the police. I was like, I need somebody to come out here and let me in. Because I know that police officers and firemen and stuff, they have keys to unlock gates and stuff. I don't know if y'all know that or not. But you have a gate. Let's talk about it right now. If you have a gate, like a gate, there's a master key that police officers and them have, and they even have a master code too, bitch. Now, don't ask me, but bitch, like I said, you could definitely confirm this. So, bitch, sure enough, we do our thing, and she's like, okay, you can see yourself out. I'm about to, blah 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 blah, put my baby down, blah blah blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you so much. Bam. I go down the driveway and literally I see the husband come up. So I'm really, really taking this like, oh my God. Oh my God, wait a minute. She needs to be gone before her husband come in. Oh my God, he see me like, oh, this gonna be crazy. Oh my God, and ooh. So I'm just thinking all this crazy shit, right? Like, ooh. See, I'm not gonna lie, I was really scared too, because I was like, bitch, what happened? This is like some kidnapping shit to where nobody ever gonna see me again. And oh my God, girl. And I think I was on the phone with Lachey too. I wonder if Lachey remember this. Bitch, he went through the driveway that is in front of the house. I'm at the driveway that takes you between the front house and the back house. So it was kind of in the back of that house. I literally was like, I'm gonna wait until he gets out of his car, go in the house, and then I'm gonna go. Bitch, I head towards that gate. That gate would not open. I'm calling her phone. Ring, ring, like blowing up, like, hey, you need to open the gate because I'm stuck in there and I want him to see me. Bitch, there was no answer. Mind you, they had a dog. This dog was a big ass fucking Doberman, too, bitch. Loose. So I did not want to get out my car and go knock on this door for two reasons: the dog and the motherfucking lady told me that her husband needs to not see this shit, right? Needs to not see me. Girl, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna give it 2 minutes. Y'all, the sun is going down at this point. Like literally, the sun was still up, the sun is now going down. So it's becoming dark. So I'm really panicking, like, damn, I need to get out of here before it gets dark because yeah, there's no streetlights here. So bitch, I called the emergency police and I was like, hello, I'm stuck inside of someone's yard. And they're like, what do you mean you're stuck? Yeah, I have a client. I do house calls for the work that I do because I didn't want to go into too much detail. I was like, I do house calls, and literally, I am stuck inside the gate. I'm calling. They're not letting me out. So y'all, the first thing I'm thinking too, when the officer get here, they're gonna think I broke in here. But bitch, I'm in the car. So how would I get my car into a gate? If I broke in. Like, because you have to have a code to get in a motherfucking gate, bitch. So I was like, girl, how would I get in here then? So anyway, I'm relaxed. Bitch, sure enough. Oh my God, y'all. Sure fucking enough. The police was like, we'll be there, but it's going to take us 30 minutes. I said, oh my God, it's going to be pitch fucking black. Oh my God, girl. Like, I just started thinking about a lot of shit. Like, oh my God, girl. Like, what happened if I get stuck on the side of the road? Like my anxiety was really kicking in. Sure enough, y'all, when the officer called my phone and said he was 3 minutes away, the husband comes out, and I think I thought about this really quickly. The husband come out on the phone angry too. And he comes out and I'm hearing him and he's like, woo, woo, woo. And I wrote him and I'm like, what? And he's like, who are you? And what are you doing here? I said, oh, I came here for your wife. She needed, and he's like, how do you know her? I said, oh, she does, I was making shit up. Like, oh, I know that she does this and da da da. Like, quickly came up with a story. And thank God the story fit too. And I said, yeah, she was supposed to let me out, but she didn't. And I said, I called her phone several times. I grabbed my phone, y'all, and I was shaking. Because this motherfucker looked like he had a gun, like he's ready to shoot my motherfucking ass. Like, bitch, what the fuck you doing up in there? How the fuck you get up in there? Bitch, I showed him the phone. I was like, see, this is her number. I called her several times and she wouldn't let me out. He's like, I'm going to let you out now. So sure enough, I'm telling the officer, I'm like, he's letting me out right now. Bitch, soon as that gate opened, bitch, I floored it. I think my tires said, skirt. Bitch, I floored it, girl. And you know, I like to go slow down those roads because those rocks will get up and it will bust your radiator and shit. If you do not know that, gravel and shit will bust your radiator. It'll bust up your fan and all that good shit. I had that experience, so trust me, I know. So I did not want to speed, but I said, "Bitch, fuck that shit, girl. I got roadside assistance, bitch. I'd rather have roadside on the way than to be stuck in this motherfucker yard. Girl, I floored it, bitch. So of course she apologized. Of course, sent me some extra for the inconvenience. And I said, "Damn, girl, like that listen, girl, yeah, that shit was scary for me, girl. So, girl, yeah, never again, girl. If there's a lock gate or your husband coming in, yeah, baby. Yeah, we're gonna figure something else out, girl. Yeah, we don't do no gates like that, girl. And everybody around here got fucking gates and shit too. That should be it, girl. Just so fucking annoying, girl. Annoying, girl. Like, come on now, bitch. You want a bitch to be stuck behind that damn gate and what? Okay, and what? Okay. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, honey. Anyway, boo boos. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. 12:30 right now. Yes, honey. Come on, Larry. Yes, honey. Good morning. Yes, I accidentally deleted that. I'm moving around with my phone in my hand. I know that's right, honey. How you doing? We doing great, Larry. How are you? Just stop by and get ready for work. Yes, we're stopping by and getting ready to get the fuck up off here, honey. Hello. How you doing? Also, I already told y'all that in the beginning. I need to take my flaxseed oil. I need to take my green gummies, and hopefully it doesn't give me energy because it has a lot of green stuff in it, like get kale. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't. It doesn't make my ass energetic, girl. And I need to take my magnesium, and girl, that's it, girl. So listen, girl. We really gonna try to do Madame Antinoia this weekend, okay? Don't hold me to it. Also going into the final class, the final class of the class, or excuse the final phase of the class. Y'all know what class we're talking about, girl. I'll be sending out also this week, okay? Don't worry about it. I will also be sending out some links because there is something that you need to get or will be good for you to get. Of course, you can be cute and get your notebook and do things and all of the good stuff, but I'll prefer for you to go on Amazon and invest $10 into yourself, okay? $10 because you paid $10 to get in the bulls. Okay. Anyway, Hummer, that's interesting. It must be the police department in your own county who has access to keys to every building in that county. No, for real. Just like with the post office have every master key to apartments and stuff too. Yeah. No matter where you live at, it is illegal. And I don't know if this is a safety concern, which more than likely it is. But every fireman, every police officer, they have the master key to open up that gate. Don't believe me right now. If you don't believe me right now, you can go to any apartment complex or any building, any house with the gate. There's going to be a code, like a lockbox near that gate. There's going to be a lockbox. Every gate has this in America for sure. And like I said, I think this is a safety thing, but they have that code because could you imagine somebody having a gate and they lock themselves into that gate and the husband is in there abusing the family and the police can't get in there? Like they have to jump over the gate to get in? Yeah, Bitch, they got that code to get in that damn gate, bitch. They got that motherfucking key. Like I said, uh, go look for yourself or call your non-emergency police department and ask them that. They have it. Like I said, same thing with postal masters. They all have a master key to get inside your apartment gate. And no, they don't have to have one from your apartment complex. No, they have that key. Yes, they do, honey. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, they do, honey. Uh-huh. Yep. And like I said, fire departments have to have access because there's a fire, they got to be able to get in there. So every place that has the key, that has the gate in America, the fireman has access to that, and so does the motherfucking police. I'm willing to bet to it. I'm willing to bet to bet. Okay, Mystic. Well, an ancestor spirit who reincarnates usually do so in their own bloodline. So would So would a being come back as their own descendant? Feel like I've asked this before, to be honest. And I think no, I don't think you asked this before, but I think that we covered this before. So sometimes, depending on the type of spiritual contract that spirit has with that particular lineage, they will come back like that. So like your great grandmother will come back as like your niece or your nephew or your cousin, but like I said, that depends on the type of contract and soul ties that person have. If that family member had an experience in that family and they changed that generational coding, that's what we're gonna say, we're gonna call it generational code, then they will reincarnate into someone else's family in a whole nother reality. And that's how that works. So no, ancestors do not always manifest or reincarnate in your family as a descendant. Not all the time. And there's a lot of times too that people that have been connected to your family, like family friends, they will incarnate in your family. So like I said, it just depends on the spiritual situation. It depends on the spiritual situation. So yes. And I know people get caught up in that because I remember someone was telling me that too, like their son became their guide or something. I was just like, how's that possible though? Like I'm willing to stand corrected, but I've asked even people who are very, very well experienced and trained in how that stuff works. Is it possible for a son or daughter to die before their parents and become their guide? And they're like, no. Now they could be, you know, they're in the ancestor room to assist you to finish out your life, yeah, but they're not your guide or your guard because you've always had your guides and guards. Like everything happens the way it should happen. That's why the Bible talks about everything happens in cycles. There's a time for everything. So there's not no, you went through your whole life with only two guardian angels, and you're really supposed to have three. But the spirit said, when you die, when you get older, we're going to give you your third guardian spirit and it's going to be your son. No, your son has his own mission to live out. He had his own spiritual evolution to live out. So he's not going to come back here to fucking babysit you, honey. That's not how that works. Once again, depending on the type of lifestyle, he may come back as your grandson because maybe there's a contract that you guys had that needs to be doubled in your life, kind of like your lifeline in your palm, you know, that line being split up and then it starts continuing, that could happen. But yeah, there's no son or daughter dying and becoming your guardian angel. Like, girl, that's some foo-foo ass shit, honey. No shade. With all due respect. Going into, like I said, ancestral stuff. Like I said, the person I said, yeah, the person I know said that they believe that, you know, their great grandmother came in as someone else, and then they believe that their nephew is going to come in as someone else. And I'm just like, honey, like I'm willing to do a reading with you on that, but I can almost guarantee that that's not going to happen because it seemed to me that the spirit was already like, this is going to be my last mission and I'm moving on. Because even going into the circumstance of how this person came about, it was like, yeah, this was an accident situation. This was not a planned situation. This was really like the outcast person. This was the black sheep of the family. I'm really willing to bet that yeah, when he exited out, he said, "Bitch, I'm done with this family. Let me go to somewhere else. Let me go. Let me go ahead and take on a whole nother existence somewhere." So there you go. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. There you go, honey. I do feel like honestly, for the most part, a lot of people with trauma in their lives, whether it is current life or past life, you know, we go into certain cultures that's manifested into this reality right now. I do feel like a lot of them do have, you know, ancestral energy reincarnating. Like maybe if their ancestors were suppressed and locked down, you know, 200 years ago, they were, you know, and it maybe it wasn't even a slavery situation. Maybe it was just they were afraid to go live life because it was a new environment for them. I do feel like these people could reincarnate in the current life as their descendants because now we're living in a free age, a free, you know, situation where you have the power to be what you want, to do what you want. I do feel like that's possible, especially with working with your family. Like you have some people that are first generation college graduates. I feel like that could be an ancestral incarnation or descendant, ancestor reincarnating as a descendant. Going into first time millionaires, I think that's also the same situation. But I think for the most part, reconciliation or retaliation, because I feel like those are on the same spectrum, but just at the other end, I think that I don't see that in modern day society as much. Like maybe for the Indians, maybe for certain Asians, Southwest Asia, of course, is the Indians, but maybe the Chinese, maybe I could see that. But for once again, black folks, and that's something that I kind of always ask, right? When I'm dealing with spirit and shit. Like if these people were really oppressed and really shackled down and locked down, and now they have the chance to be free through their ancestors, why are they or their descendants? Why are their descendants still acting like they're shackled down and tied down? Like you will be seeing a lot more freedom. You'll be seeing a lot more things changing. And so anyway, very interesting. Like I said, on that scale, I don't think that that happened. I don't think that the ancestors who were once locked down, and shackled, held in against their will, I don't think they're incarnating in this life to level up their descendants. I don't think so, honey. I don't think so. Now, unfinished business, definitely. You had a business, a shop that was held, and something went down, and you're like, baby, I'm coming back to finish my business. Now that you incarnate in this life, and you found out a good example on Ancestors.com, they had that woman who allegedly was the first candy shop on the East Coast. She also was part of the slave abolishment, which I kind of don't believe that story because, like I said, from what I've seen in my spiritual downloads and stuff, but whatever. But she opened up the first candy shop, and now they owned a candy shop. And he's like, that's so weird. And then they had another family that said that they were so prone, they were so drawn to a certain part of this country, and they kept coming back. And come to find out, that's where their ancestors first settled at. And it's like, wait, what? So it's like shit like that. I'm like, see, that's unfinished business now being finished. But like I said, when it comes into what everyone is alluding, and oh, this is, my ancestors was this and that, and I'm spiritual and I can channel and I can pull in, then it's like, so why are you not finishing the unfinished business then? Especially from the spiritual perspective. Why is it still the same old? And girl, let's say we're gonna keep that there, honey. That ain't my business, honey. You say you working with the ancestors, honey. Listen, I'm not gonna fight with you on that, girl. Girl, I don't know. Maybe the ancestors were remedial. I don't know. Like I said, that ain't my business, honey. I don't know. That ain't my business. But anyway, honey, I gotta go. Love and light. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody, asking your questions, honey. I appreciate y'all. I really love the support that I get from you all. Okay, it really means a lot. Okay, it really means a lot. And that's really it, y'all. Anyway, I gotta go. Take care. Love and light. And of course, you guys will see me very soon. Oh, and of course, those of you who purchased the Lucky Leprechaun oil and the spray and the candle set, please send me your email or your address in the email so we can get that shipped out to you on Saturday. Because I'm thinking about that today. I'm sitting there preparing everything. Like, girl, ooh, these stickers better come. Like, girl. And then I'm like, girl, there's no addresses here. So I need to, I think only two or three of you sent me your address. The others, honey, I'm waiting on that, girl. Okay. So for sure, we're going to give them until today. If the labels does not come today, then we're just going to have to send it our old school way, honey. And y'all going to know what it is. And like I said, we're going to show you tomorrow night what it is. So y'all going to know what the tea is, okay? Anyway, y'all, bye for now.